Okay, so I want to get this thing going, and I'm going to do some basic tools. One of the things I want to show off now is the Transpose tool. It's in a brush tool. We can go to zModeler. This is a really fast workflow, though. Once you get the hang of it, you're going to really love it. So in the zModelers in my brush, and I hit Q, and that's brush. I hit W, and I'm in Move tool. If I hit S, I'm in E, and then R, I'm going to move and scale rotate tools just like in Max and Maya. Nothing new there. This is great. But I don't need to have all of them. I can just go to the Move tool. I get the gizmo for all three transpositions or transformations, and I can work with that very quickly. It's very accurate. It's very nice. You're going to find it to be very much like Max. So I'm going to scale this up, kind of position this up, and kind of get the basic mass of my object going. The thing about some of these things is you're going to miss that you have in Max, but there are workarounds and ways to get around it. One of the things you don't have is a chamfer, but you can build your chamfers once you understand how to build edge loops. But I'm in W. I can hit Q, and I'm back in my actual edge loop. I'm back in my zModeler. I hit X, and I am, yep, there we go. Boop, sweet. Now I can start looking at how I want to model things. Now, transpose tool, again, I'm going to hit spacebar while I'm over an edge, right? Over the top edge, I'm going to build that little downward angle there. So I'm over the edge, and I go to transpose, not move. I can't stand move. Move's not accurate. Transpose is. And now you got a different set of options here. Edge loop partial, edge loop complete, poly loop, all right? Now, if you remember, we were talking about poles last project. Well, that's where the edge loop will stop, all right? So if we have quads, we have a line of quads around our object, that's going to be an edge loop. That's going a complete edge loop, and that's a good thing. A partial edge loop should just give me just right here. I should be able to grab that, and I click on it, and now I'm in Transpose tool. Now that looks like an awesome angle to work with, doesn't it? Because you know how I love 90 degrees, and this is, So what we can do is I can hold Alt, and you'll see this lock. Watch this lock. Boop, opens. Now I can affect the pivot point. If I don't, I'm going to scale and move my edge based on wherever I drag it. But if I hold Alt, now I'm moving the actual gizmo. That's useful. So I go here. I'm going to click on this little map icon. This basically says go to unmask center. I click on this. It's going to rotate it to the world axis. Oh, look at that. That's super fast. Doop. All right, so now I'm starting to get this thing going. Now, see how the color of the object is dark than it was before? That means it's masked. If it's masked, I can't move anything but what's not masked, which happens to be that edge. All right, and you see how with the symmetry on, how a different effect I get. Symmetry's off, symmetry's on. So I get different kinds of results. So be wary of that. This is one of the other quirks of ZBrush. I hit Control and drag off the model, and now nothing's masked, and I can move the entire model. So it's kind of like using mask is like going in and out of sub-object level with 3ds Max. Since I'm always telling you, get out of sub-object mode, this is what I mean. Go ahead and unmask whatever your selection was. Hit Q, you're back in your brush. You can find another edge and get the same result. I can hit hold Alt, unlock the actual pivot point, and set it to where I want it so I can see it. It got the whole poly group, so that's not what I want. So go to Q, and I'm going to go to spacebar and just do edge, boop, and repeat the process. Alt, map, rotate, and then just kind of slide that down. Or actually, to be honest, let's go back. I do want to use that edge loop, so let's go in there. Q, spacebar, edge loop, complete. Should be the whole thing. I can just slide that back and get the actual proper shape of the dumpster. Again, having two monitors is great because I can slide things off the screen that you guys can't see. That's cheating, but I love it. All right, so that's how I can get started with the Transpose tool. Again, just unmask everything, hit Q, go back to your zModeler brush, and you can start banging away. Okay, so that's one of the things I love about the software.